Welcome to my Fire Emblem Fates skill series, where I will be explaining what every skill does in this very game, including the enemy-only skills for fun. Every episode will include explanations for only two skills, what they do, and how they can be used in a situation where you can gain an upper hand, if they're good, and the such. For the next few episodes, we will be talking about Corrin and Azura's personal skills that they get in their respective classes. To be more specific, the skills Corrin obtains within the following classes: Nohr Prince and Princess, Hoshido Noble, and Nohr Noble. As for Azura, she gains about 4 skills within her own class, the Songstress. With that context out of the way, let us get started on today's 2 skills of the day. Number 1 is Nobility. In Fire Emblem Fates, this skill grants the avatar an extra 20% XP gained after taking out an enemy. It is the very first skill you receive as a Nohr Prince or Princess. This skill is pretty self-explanatory at best. Is there any good use for it? Well, yes and no. Let's do this in a pros and cons format. The pros about this skill is that it is extremely useful for early game, especially if you're attempting to rush your avatar to higher levels and promote him really early, as cheesy as this may sound if you're playing on Birthright or Revelations. This skill would have a much more benefit on the Conquest route, in my personal opinion. The cons about this skill is that, as this is a skill that only grants you extra XP, this skill only serves a decent purpose for the first 2 to 3 chapters, or first 6 to 7 if you're starting a new game. And if you're playing in a route where you can grind easy XP, this skill serves no good purpose. But on any difficulty on Classic mode, on the Conquest route, this skill might help you, the player, more. Whatever serves your fancy, really. Number 2 is Dragon Fang. This is one of the many offensive skills that will help you deal more damage in Fates. Obtained after reaching level 10 of Nohr Prince or Princess, this skill adds 50% of users' attack power as damage. The percent chance of activation is decided by how much skill you have on your avatar, by 0.75. What does attack power mean? How do I explain this? Oh, I got this. Let's say you fight against Takumi on the Bottomless Canyon. The man has 18 HP. You approach him, and you look at your screen. You deal about 12 damage on your only hit, assuming he's faster than you. Let 12 damage equal attack power, or AP for short. AP on Corrin equals 12. If your skill is high enough, by luck, you can activate Dragon Fang. Once activated by adding more damage by half your attack power, this would be basically 12 divided by 2, so 6 damage. So 12 plus 6 equals 18 damage. And that's how much damage you will deal to this poor pathetic pineapple. Congratulations! Now, pros and cons about Dragon Fang. Pros. The benefits about having Dragon Fang is that it is a simple skill to have when you have no other skill to rely on, depending on what Corrin build you are using that doesn't rely on other, more rewarding skills. That says, it serves a good purpose on a Hoshido Noble build. It is a cheap and decent skill to have on the Birthright route. Cons. Oh boy, I have a lot to say on this one. First, has anyone really had a Dragon Fang activation activate more than 10 times in a map like Chapter 15 on Conquest? If yes, congratulations, you are by far the most luckiest man in Fates, especially if your skill is higher than a 20. As Dragon Fang relies on skill the most out of every offensive skill in the game, this skill serves no good purpose on maps that have strong choke points, like in the mid-game to endgame of Conquest. On top of that, this skill is worthless when facing against an enemy that has a really high defense or resistance stat. And that is all for today's report. Tune in next time where I will be talking about Dragon Ward and Hoshidan Unity skills. I am Relue, and you've been watching the Relue Life channel. Did you enjoy the video? Make sure to leave a like. If this channel has fancied your interest, I upload mainly Fire Emblem content for all to absorb, and other interesting topics I just discover. Leave in your recommendations. Consider subscribing to the channel. Every ounce of support counts. Until next time.